Hi everybody, welcome back to Bible in a Year. My name is Natalie and today we are on day 357. Welcome to the channel. I am so happy that you're here today. We are going to be reading out of 2Chronicles chapter 28, Zechariah chapter 10, and then we're going to close out our day with John chapter 17, but we're only reading verses 19 through 26 today. So let's get started. 2Chronicles chapter 28. Ahaz was 20 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 16 years in Jerusalem. He didn't do that which was right in Yahweh's eyes, like David his father, but he walked in the ways of the kings of Israel, and also made molten images for the Baals. Moreover, he burned incense in the valley of the son of Hinnom, and burned his children in the fire, according to the abominations of the nations whom Yahweh cast out before the children of Israel. He sacrificed and burned incense in the high places, and on the hills, and under every green tree. Therefore, Yahweh his God delivered him into the hand of the king of Syria. They struck him, and carried away from him a great multitude of captives, and brought them to Damascus. He was also delivered into the hand of the king of Israel, who struck him with a great slaughter. For Pekah, the son of Remaliah, killed in Judah 120,000 in one day, all of them valiant men, because they had forsaken Yahweh, the God of their fathers. Zechariah, a mighty man of Ephraim, killed Messiah, the king's son. Azrikam, the ruler of the house, and Elkanah, who was next to the king. The children of Israel carried away the captive of their brothers, 200,000 women, sons, and daughters, and also took away much plunder from them, and brought the plunder to Samaria. But a prophet of Yahweh was there, whose name was Obed. His name was Oded. And he went out to meet the army that came to Samaria, and said to them, Behold, because Yahweh, the God of your fathers, was angry with Judah, he has delivered them into your hand, and you have slain them in a rage, which has reached up to heaven. Now you intend to degrade the children of Judah and Jerusalem as male and female slaves for yourselves. Aren't there even with you trespasses of your own against Yahweh your God? Now hear me therefore, and send back the captives that you have taken captive from your brothers, for the fierce wrath of Yahweh is on you. Then some of the heads of the children of Ephraim, Azariah, the son of Johanan, Berechiah, the son of Meshillemoth, Jehizikiah, the son of Shallum, and Amasa, the son of Hadlai, stood up against those who came from the war, and said to them, You must not bring the captives here, for you intend that which will bring on us trespass against Yahweh, to add to our sins and to our guilt, for our guilt is great, and there is fierce wrath against Israel. So the armed men left the captives and the plunder before the princes and all the assembly. The men who have been mentioned by name rose up and took the captives, and with the plunder clothed all who were naked among them, dressed them, gave them sandals, gave them something to eat and to drink, anointed them, carried all the feeble of them on donkeys, and brought them to Jericho, the city of the palm trees, to their brothers. Then they returned to Samaria. At that time, KingAhaz sent to the kings of Assyria to help him. For again, the Edomites had come and struck Judah and carried away captives. The Philistines also had invaded the cities of the lowland and of the south of Judah, and had taken Beth Shemesh, Ahalan, Gederoth, Soko with its villages, Timnah with its villages, and also Gimzo and its villages, and they lived there. For Yahweh brought Judah low because of Ahaz, king of Israel, because he acted without restraint in Judah and severely against Yahweh. Tilgath-Pilneser, king of Assyria, came to him and gave him trouble, but didn't strengthen him. For Ahaz took away a portion out of Yahweh's house and out of the house of the king of the princes, and gave it to the king of Assyria, but it didn't help him. In the time of his distress, he trespassed yet more against Yahweh, this same King Ahaz. For he sacrificed to the gods of Damascus, which had defeated him. He said, because the gods of the kings of Syria help them, I will sacrifice to them, that they may help me. But they were the ruin of him and all Israel. Ahaz gathered together the vessels of God's house, cut the vessels of God's house in pieces, and shut up the doors of Yahweh's house, and he made himself altars in every corner of Jerusalem. In every city of Judah he made high places to burn incense to other gods, and provoked Yahweh, the God of his father, to anger. Now the rest of his acts and all his ways, first and last, behold, they are written in the book of the kings of Judah and Israel. Ahaz slept with his fathers, and they buried him in the city, even in Jerusalem, because they didn't bring him into the tombs of the kings of Israel. And Hezekiah, his son, reigned in his place. My goodness. He was a hot mess. But he wasn't the last leader that's ever been a hot mess. We've had many, I would suggest, in every nation of this planet. All right, Zechariah chapter 10. And you know, what do the people do? The people just want to do their thing. They just want to live their life. They just want to put food on their table and love their children and spouses and families. And these rulers, they just run amok. Zechariah chapter 10. But, if we go back to the Old Testament, God was the ruler. But it was Israel that said, hey, we want a king. We want a king. We need an earthly ruler. And so God said, all right, here you go. Oh, regrets. All right, Zechariah chapter 10. Ask of Yahweh rain in the springtime, Yahweh who makes storm clouds, and he gives rain showers to everyone for the plants in the field. For the teraphim have spoken vanity, and the diviners have seen a lie, and they have told false dreams. They comfort in vain. Therefore they go their way like sheep. They are oppressed, because there is no shepherd. My anger is kindled against the shepherds, and I will punish the male goats. For Yahweh of armies has visited his flock, the house of Judah, and will make them as his majestic horse in the battle. From him will come the cornerstone, from him the tent peg, from him the battle bow, from him every ruler together. They will be as mighty men, treading down muddy streets in the battle. They will fight because Yahweh is with them. The riders on horses will be confounded. I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph. I will bring them back, for I have mercy on them. They will be as though they had not been cast off, for I am Yahweh their God, and I will hear them. Ephraim will be like a mighty man, and their heart will rejoice as though wine. Yes, their children will see it and rejoice. Their heart will be glad in Yahweh. I will signal for them and gather them, for I have redeemed them. They will increase as they were before. I will sow them among the peoples. They will remember me in far countries, and they will live with their children and will return. I will bring them again also out of the land of Egypt, and gather them out of Assyria. I will bring them into the land of Gilead and Lebanon, and there won't be room enough for them. He will pass through the sea of affliction, and will strike the waves in the sea, and all the depths of the Nile will dry up, and the pride of Assyria will be brought down, and the scepter of Egypt will depart. I will strengthen them in Yahweh, and they will walk up and down in his name, says Yahweh. I love that. Excuse me and thank you. All right, John chapter 17, verses 19 through 26. There we are. Jesus continues to speak. This is his prayer to God. We're eavesdropping on his heartfelt prayer to God. And he continues, "For their sakes I sanctify myself, that they themselves also be sanctified in truth. Not for these only do I pray, but for those also who will believe in me through their word, that they may all be one, even as you, Father, are in me, and I in you, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that you sent me. The glory which you have given me, I have given to them, that they may be one, even as we are one, I in them, and you in me, that they may be perfected into one, that the world may know that you sent me and loved them, even as you loved me. Father, I desire that they also, whom you have given me, be with me where I am, that they may see my glory, which you have given me, for you loved me before the foundation of the world. Righteous Father, the world hasn't known you, but I knew you, and these knew that you sent me. I made known to them your name, and will make it known, that the love with which you loved me may be in them, and I in them." Oh, my heart. Just picturing him having that conversation, knowing that he is moments from going to the cross and completing and offering this new covenant. He prays for us that God's love would be in us and that the world would know. It's beautiful. So that completes today. Thank you for stopping by. I recognize it is getting very, very busy this time of year. I myself am feeling pretty exhausted, but let's be determined to remember why we even acknowledge Christmas. Let's be determined to set out, let's just say 5 minutes of your day and worship Jesus' birth, because that is what Christmas is about. That is why we celebrate Christmas and love our loved ones and eat all the terrible foods that we're not supposed to be eating and enjoy ourselves. Let's not forget him. Come on back for tomorrow, which will be day 358. Have the most wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.